Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video we're going to be talking about deodorants. It's going to be the best and worst of deodorants. I have been testing out a lot of different ones the past couple of months, and I thought now was the perfect time to share this video with you guys and share my findings with you and share with you the best and worst of deodorants, because obviously summer is here and we all want to not stink. We all want to. I know a lot of people also don't like to sweat and stuff, and they find it to be really gross, and which is why they use antiperspirants, which are a little bit different from deodorants. So if you do not know, deodorants are basically the ones that kind of prevent you from stinking or like from having body odor, like bad body odor. And the ones that are antiperspirants are the ones that kind of prevent sweat or like excessive sweating and stuff. And I do feel like sweat is a natural way that our body is excreting like the bad stuff, I want to call it. So I'm not going to be talking about any antiperspirants. I also don't use any antiperspirants because, to be very honest, I do sweat a lot in the summer, but I don't really sweat throughout the year that much. I mean, yes, it's hot and humid and stuff, and a little sweat I think is totally okay. That is how our body is again excreting the bad stuff. But in today's video, I'm only going to talk about deodorants because what I mainly suffer from is bad odor, or like rather bad body odor, which I know can be really taboo to talk about, and people are like, ew, so disgusting. Like, there are people who sometimes even lie about it. I honestly feel that it's totally normal. You should embrace the way you are, and of course that does not mean that, you know, if you have a body odor, you should just step out of the house and you'll be like, you know what, I stink and that's fine, people just around me have to deal with it. No, I do think that it can be a little bit of, you know, something that you don't need to be conscious about, or you don't need to lie about it, but it's something that you can definitely kind of try to prevent. Use deodorant and try to not smell bad, because it's not just a bad experience for you, it's also a bad experience, and it can be a kind of a nuisance for people around you. So yeah, anyways, I feel like this intro is super duper long, so now we're gonna jump right in. I'm gonna talk about different deodorants, ones that I've been testing out, ones that I like, ones that I don't like, which ones I would recommend, which ones I wouldn't recommend. So yes, let's get started. Firstly, I'll talk about some that I have spoken about in the past. Probably one that I am not super duper impressed by is the Earth Rhythm Natural Deodorant. This is the Kakadu Plum one. I know that some people do like this. I personally got the coconut and lime one, and I was not a fan. I just don't think that it does anything to basically control odor. It doesn't really have a scent of or anything of sorts. Yeah, it doesn't have a scent or anything, and I feel like it doesn't help prevent the body odor for me. So yeah, this one I actually ended up giving it to my mom. She doesn't really stink much, so I gave this to her, and you know, she's been using it. In fact, she's almost going to like run out of this very very soon. So yeah, she's been using this. I'm personally not a big fan, and I don't think this will help in kind of preventing body odor for you if that is what you do suffer with. That being said, I do have one which is probably my favorite among every single deodorant I'm going to talk about, but I have spoken about this in the past, so I'm just going to quickly go through it, and that is the Cinthol Deostick. This one is the swirl variant. It's basically a cream. So you just take a little bit and you apply it. You can see there's like this small hole in the middle, so you just press a little bit and apply it on your underarms. And I did not think that a cream kind of a form of product would actually work that well. I thought it would be really like sticky around the armpit region and all that stuff, so it will be like difficult to apply. But you guys, this gets absorbed and you smell fresh, and you can like smell this even when you come home in the evening. If you apply this in the morning, you will smell this throughout the day, and even when you come home in the evening, you will still be able to smell this like the product. So this will prevent body odor for you from morning to like evening or even night. So this is my top recommendation. This is like the best one among all the products in this video. And yeah, I did want to mention this also. It's like super duper affordable, so if you're on a budget, you have to get this. Like, you have to get on the Nykaa app or the Nykaa website and get this right now. Moving on, next one that is not cruelty free. I did really enjoy using it, but unfortunately I don't think I would be repurchasing it, even though I'm using it currently, and I will use it up soon, probably this summer. This is the Nivea fresh natural deodorant. Again, it has a really nice fresh scent to it, obviously the name says it, and there are a couple of other variants also in this. This is the only one that I've tried. Again, I do really like it. I do think that this keeps me smelling fresh throughout the day as well. So yes, I do really like that fact. Again, I paid 210 bucks for this. So yeah, it's a little bit more expensive compared to the Synthol one. This one was like 60 bucks or something like that, like under 100. But again, this, I can't really call it expensive. It's just more expensive than Synthol. And again, not cruelty free, so I wouldn't be repurchasing it. But again, if you don't really care about the cruelty free status of products and brands, then you can get the Nivea one as well. Moving on, next, another one which I have bought this in the past and I did not have a very good experience, but recently I've seen a lot of people talk about this. It is the Juicy Chemistry deodorants. This one is the grapefruit and patchouli certified organic deodorant stick. Now this one, again, I've used a different like charcoal variant or something a couple of years ago in the past. That time they had like a plastic packaging and stuff. I still remembered it very clearly. It was like a white and it was like more like the native deodorants, like it was rectangular in shape. Now it's like circular, but yeah, I did not like that. In fact, I remember throwing it. I didn't even use it up because I was not reaching for it, I was not using it, and then it had gone bad as well. So I did throw it, but then recently I heard a lot of people talk about this, so I did buy this again and I decided to give it another shot. And yes, I have been using it, and yes, I do like it, but I don't like it enough to repurchase it. The scent is not the worst, but it's not the best either. If that makes sense. So yes, I can use it and I don't absolutely despise it, but I don't like to smell like this every single day. But I've still again been using it because I spent a good amount of money on this. I think it was the most expensive deodorant among all the deodorants in this video. But again, when I say expensive, I mean that it's relatively expensive as compared to others. This one was around 600, 700, I believe. Again, don't quote me on that. I will link everything in the description box. You can just go and check out what the prices are and how you can buy them, where you can buy them, all of that stuff. But yeah, again, this is not the worst, but it's not the best either. I feel like it's somewhere in between. Again, I will use it, but I will not repurchase it. So that was the Juicy Chemistry deodorant. I also want to talk about something that I've briefly spoken about in the past, and I told you I will try this out and let you know. But actually, my brother, as in my first cousin, this is something that he told me about, and it's basically using hand sanitizer on your underarms. Like that is something he does. And I was sleeping over with them one day, and it, he basically got out of the shower and he was like putting hand sanitizer, like Dettol hand sanitizer, on his armpits, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And he was like, yes, I've been using hand sanitizer on my armpits for years, and it prevents like body odor and it makes you not stink. Because obviously, like when he explained the logic to me, it did make sense that you stink because of the bacteria growth which is on your armpits, and if you are using a hand sanitizer, it's killing the bacteria, it's killing the germs, so you're not gonna stink. And I was like, yes, this does make sense. So I came back home and I used, I mean, of course, this was still, within the past 1 year. So we had plenty of hand sanitizers at home. One of them being this one, which is the Kaya hand sanitizer. And then I also used the Dot & Key hand sanitizer as well. Like that one also has like a scent and fragrance to it and stuff. So I basically used that whole Dot & Key hand sanitizer on my armpits, and I actually did not see a lot of great results with that. Personally, I feel like for a couple of hours I did not stink, but then after that it did not really work. So that one was a flop as a deodorant. As a hand sanitizer, probably does a good job. As a deodorant, it did not really work for me. And the Kaya one as well, I have used a good amount, like you can tell, as a deodorant. But again, I mean, not as a deodorant, but yeah, you can kind of say that as a deodorant on my armpits. I have used it a bit, and again, did not really do much. So I think I have just given up. I think it works great for my brother, it just doesn't work that great for me. And I've decided to give up. I'm just going to use deodorant as deodorant and sanitizer as sanitizer. But I did want to mention that I don't know if it's normal for people to do that. I don't know if my brother is the only person who does that. I've never come across anyone else who has said the same thing to me. So again, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have ever done that, if you've seen anyone ever do that, or ever heard of it. I honestly do not know, but I still wanted to share that with you, that I have decided to just give up on that idea because it does not work for me. So yeah, that was it for the video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you got some good recommendations and you kind of got to see me use some different deodorants, see which ones work for me, which ones don't, which ones I recommend, which ones I don't recommend. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Make sure you subscribe before you leave, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.